At this time, the chair recognizes Councilwoman Sanchez, who will present a resolution recognizing Children's Alliance in the Philadelphia Department of Human Services. Would Chris Kirchner, Commissioner Cynthia Figueroa, and those accompanying them please join the Councilwoman at the podium. And joining the Councilwoman, we have Councilman Greenlee, Councilman Heenan, Councilwoman Blondell Reynolds-Brown, and Councilman Mark Squilla.
Good morning. It is always important that we take a moment during critical times throughout the year to celebrate and uplift when we in the city of Philadelphia are leading the national discussions around comprehensive, proactive support services for children, particularly children of sexual abuse. In the 7th Councilmatic District, we are extremely honored to support the Philadelphia's Children's Alliance co-location in Hunting Park. I want to take a note and really thank the other partners who are part of it, the District Attorney's Office, and I know that every year they host a legislative day. For those of you who haven't had the opportunity to go by the building, please do so. The collaboration between the Children's Hospital and St. Christopher's Hospital and the uniqueness of the service, but more importantly, the human element to how folks get treated when they walk in the door is felt. And I want to thank the staff that doesn't always get to come out here and celebrate, right? But are dealing with our families and children at some of the most difficult times in their lives. And so we are incredibly grateful, and that's why we love this tradition of taking a moment to recognize the Children's Alliance and their collaborators for this very unique service during April Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. So, recognizing and honoring the Philadelphia Children's Alliance and the Philadelphia Department of Human Services for their collaborative commitment to bringing healing and justice to victims of child abuse in Philadelphia, and declaring April 2019 to be the Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month in the city of Philadelphia.
And whereas for the past 29 years, the Philadelphia Children's Alliance and the Philadelphia Department of Human Services have advocated for a team-based approach, built cooperative relationships, introduce efficiencies into the system to provide a rapid response and effective change how abused children are served and cared for in the city of Philadelphia. And
whereas the Philadelphia Children's Alliance is a national best standards model for peer agencies nationwide and is accredited by the National Children's Alliance. And whereas in 2013, the Philadelphia Children's Alliance, the Philadelphia Department of Human Services, Philadelphia Police Special Victims Unit, the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and St. Christopher's Hospital for Children co-located in one facility within the 7th Councilmatic District to provide a victim-centered response to all children in Philadelphia who have been sexually abused. All are dedicated to providing justice and healing for sexually abused children, ending the cycle of abuse, protecting children who have experienced sex trafficking, and improving the quality of abuse investigations. And
my heart moves me to punctuate and underscore what Councilwoman Sanchez has said. If you have not had the good fortune to visit this place, it is a place of hope for families and, most importantly, children who are sometimes in the darkest moment of their lives. And to see these professionals across the system, which is not always the case, come together with one sole purpose of trying to restore a child and their family is remarkable. Take a moment and go visit this amazing space. Whereas in 2018, the Philadelphia Children's Alliance and co-located partners conducted 1,957 forensic interviews with 2,546 children and caregivers receiving victim advocacy. 188 children received mental health therapy on site, and an additional 867 children were linked with trauma-focused therapy at mental health partner agencies throughout Philadelphia. In 2018, 604 children received medical evaluations on site, at the St. Christopher's Hospital and the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia co-located facility. And
whereas the Philadelphia Children's Alliance has engaged the business community to help raise the public awareness about the issues of child sexual abuse everywhere and specifically in Philadelphia. Using April's National Child Abuse Awareness Month as an anchor, local businesses are partnering with PCA to financially support PCA's mission. And
whereas April is National Child Abuse Awareness Month and the Philadelphia Children's Alliance with the Philadelphia Department of Human Services recognize this month by promoting increased knowledge of the resources available to parents and caregivers to prevent child maltreatment and promote well-being. And
therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Philadelphia hereby recognizes, congratulates, honors, and celebrates the Philadelphia Children's Alliance, the Philadelphia Department of Human Services, and all their partners for their commitment to promoting healing and justice for victims of child abuse in Philadelphia and declaring April 2019 to be the Child Abuse Awareness Month in the City of Philadelphia. We extend the sincere respect and admiration of this legislative body and thank the organization's contribution to better lives for our city's youth. Further resolve that a copy of this resolution be presented to PCA as evidence of our sincere respect and admiration of this legislative body. Thank you so much for all you do.
And the chair recognizes Chris Kirchner and Commissioner Cynthia Figueroa for remarks.
Thank you, Councilman Clark and Councilwoman María Quiñones-Sánchez, as all members of council, for having us today and supporting this resolution. On behalf of the Philadelphia Department of Human Services and in partnership with the Philadelphia Children's Alliance, thank you for recognizing April 2019 as Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month in the City of Philadelphia. The Department of Human Services and the Philadelphia Children's Alliance are here representing an extremely unique collaboration in the City of Philadelphia, the Safety Collaborative, where multiple city departments, private providers work together in a victim-centered, trauma-informed moment. I want to take a moment to recognize the fantastic staff and the members of PCA who work every day tirelessly to meet the needs of children. The power of our partnership exemplifies how child abuse is everyone's problem. As parents and caretakers, we play a huge role in teaching children about personal safety. We can help children identify boundaries so they know what's okay and what's not okay. As elected officials, city provider leaders, what we say and do is powerful. We need to speak up loudly and clearly to eliminate any tolerance or confusion about what is abuse. I'm proud to be part of an administration that supports children and families. Preventing child abuse is not just the responsibility of child welfare, it's all of our jobs to support programs and communities building the need to strengthen families so that they can better care for their children. Thank you to City Council, your leadership as we work together to grow in partnership, and thank you to PCA.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Figueroa. I am Chris Kirchner, the Director of the Philadelphia Children's Alliance, and I want to thank Council for your recognition of Child Abuse Awareness Month and for the work of the public and private partners at the Philadelphia Safety Collaborative. And as you heard, when I say we, we're referring to the many people who do this challenging work. Our partners at the Philadelphia Department of Human Services, the Special Victims Unit of the Police, our team from the District Attorney's Office, the medical professionals from Children's Hospital and St. Christopher's, and our mental health partners throughout the city. When a child in our city finds the courage to disclose that they have been sexually abused, we owe it to them to provide the best possible response, a response that stops their abuse and puts them on a path to healing. By working collaboratively, we ensure that children don't have to be interviewed many times by different people in different locations about their experiences. They can have their medical exam the same day as their investigative interview. DHS, police, and PCA share information throughout the investigation. Victim advocates ensure that non-offending caregivers have everything they need to support their child through the entire investigation, but especially through court. And we link all kids to long-term therapy services to provide them the opportunity to work with trained professionals to deal with the trauma and ultimately heal from it. Last year alone, As you've heard, we spoke to nearly 2,000 children who came forward and spoke of alleged abuse. From ages 2.5 to 17, they all came through our doors, 8 to 10 of them a day, to receive a sensitive, comprehensive response. And some of these were in the middle of the night because we are prepared and do respond 24/7 when reports come in. I know, Council, that you honored and thanked Nick Foles this year. When Nick Foles came for a tour of the Philadelphia Safety Collaborative, as he put it, I was blown away. Nick then became a generous donor, contributing $135,000 to our work over the past two years. We've also been honored to be partnered with the Philadelphia Eagles as a charitable partner, which brought many benefits to us. Most recently, several players joined with some of our kids to create an ocean mural in our waiting room. I'll take this opportunity to echo the sentiments earlier that you should all come for a tour. We would welcome the opportunity to introduce you to members of our team and to show you the program that we've created. And this may all sound familiar because I came here last year with a similar message. But as you know, from opening the newspaper any given day, this issue is far from over. It may seem like it's an issue that's far away in Hollywood or professional sports. And while those issues are heartbreaking, we have to remember that they happen every day in our own backyard. We can't focus on Michael Jackson or R. Kelly and forget about the little boy from Kinsessing, the little girl from Port Richmond, or any of the children from any of the neighborhoods in our community. We get reports from every zip code in Philadelphia. So in closing, I want to thank Commissioner Figueroa for her leadership, for DHS's leadership in creating the Philadelphia Safety Collaborative and supporting it, and for all of their staff for the tireless work that they do every day as our partners. I want to thank also the special victims of the police department and the district attorney's office. And I also want to thank Councilwoman María Quiñones-Sánchez. Thanks to you, we are in this wonderful facility at 300 East Hunting Park Avenue. And thanks to all of you, our kids in Philadelphia are not forgotten. On the contrary, each day we bring a sensitive, professional response to every child in Philadelphia who needs it. So thank you for your support for each and every one of these kids.
Thank you, Councilor Biddies.